is Wellness Posse Wednesdays. Of course, this is my Facebook Live series where I bring in my favorite wellness professionals and we talk about real talk when it comes to wellness and what wellness professionals are not talking about, kind of elevating the conversation we're having so we can have a better impact and really help our clients live their best lives as opposed to be surface bullshit that some training professionals do. Juice fast, wrap your body in cellophane, and only do leg lifts.
Yes, crunches,
and booty work all day long. That's all we're gonna do. You can also have 1 million followers on Instagram if you only film your ass. Anyway, so Kristina, tell the Wellness Posse who you are, what you do, and why you're me.
Okay. So, name is Kristina. I am the owner of Get It ATX. Actually, I just recently started my own company about a year ago. So I'm a trainer here in Austin, Texas. And I really just want to get my clients moving better, sleeping better, pooping better. Sorry,
Yeah.
Tara.
Pooping.
And, just getting a pretty good sense of where their body is at in space and in time, how to fuel the body, and sift through all of the bogus information and really just take out snippets that matters to them. So I work with a wide spectrum of clients, from mid-20s to mid-60s, and so that population is completely different, so everyone's going to need different stuff. So I just want to educate them on how to make those choices on their own and not having to call me every day for those answers. I love you guys. You can keep calling me.
Yeah, but that's one thing that we really connected on when we first met, is we are kind of not normal wellness professionals. As you can say, this is why we're friends. I mean, come on, any girl that shows up with Be Weird shirt, I'm like, yeah, have I have a friend? Anyway, but the one thing we really connected on is we have the same philosophy around we both view our job as really an education and empowerment.
Yep.
And to get our clients to a point where they don't need us. For both of us, although people say that's a bad business model, for me, I actually don't think it is, because there's plenty of people that need our help.
Yeah.
But really to empower people to become their own health advocates, to listen and learn about their bodies, and to give them the education resource so they don't need us long term. Because the reality is, you are your best wellness trainer.
Yeah, and we don't know, I can give all of the exercise prescriptions, right? Nutrition recommendations. I'll even shove books in my clients' face and articles. But at the end of the day, I don't know what's going on here, here or the rest of this body. So all we really are doing is just, an educated guess. And, this weekend at Paleo Facts, listening to some of, the top strength conditioning coaches in the nation, talking about the same thing. Yeah, you create a program, a skeleton, but at the end of the day, you're not going to know how the client's going to react to it. All you can do is track and get your best educated guess. But at the end of the day, you, the client, the patient, if you're a doctor or practitioner, you're, the best indicator of what's going on with this.
Yeah. So let's just kind of start how we normally do. What would you kind of sum up your kind of wellness philosophy in a few sentences? How would you kind of describe that?
So first things first, I'm a movement practitioner, and so life operates in 3D. We are not sagittal plane creatures, and this is something that I came into contact way back in college. We have to move in 3 planes of motion. And so a lot of the things that I see, people with injuries or just different impingements, they're sagittal plane creatures, and that's just not the reality of it. So first things first, I assess my clients and I get them to start moving in all 3 planes of motion. It's a very dynamic, 3-dimensional space. Secondly, before we even address movement, I like to see what is their lifestyle like, right? What are they eating? How are they sleeping? Are they sleeping? Are they
pooping?
Are they pooping? Right? Do they? I mean, it's my friends hate it when I talk about this, but realistically, and I'm I know you are too, a functional medicine geek.
Yeah.
Nobody asks these questions like, how is your poop? Have you pooped? I've had clients that haven't had normal bowel movements in days and weeks, and they don't even think about that not being normal, but all that toxic garbage is building up in your system. And then I'm having somebody do a squat, and I'm wondering, why is the movement weird? Well, probably because they're full of stuff.
Bowels.
Bowels.
Your bowels are full.
And then the last thing is, if you're not playing, if you're not having fun, you're not living. So movement has to be fun, you know, and not just movement in the gym, right, or you know, in a structured workout, but just in general, movement and play. Adults lose that. As a kid, like you look at any kid in the playground, they're moving in 3 planes of motion, right? They're probably running to the bathroom to take a nice good poop, and they're playing, they're having fun, they're smiling, and you see, you know, like somebody just standing, like, racking out bicep curls, blah, 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 blah. And then where's the happiness, right? Where's the glee? Where's the joy of just moving and skipping around, or you know, doing different reaches? So basically, you know, move in 3D, play, and you know, address lifestyle recovery, all those things.
Yeah, the one thing that like really was like a, you know, light bulb moment for me when we were walking and talking the first thing. First off, I want to reach out to everybody and be like, if you want to connect with somebody, connect with them and ask them to go on a walk. It really is a great way. If you don't know somebody and you have somebody that's in your profession, or just somebody that you think is cool that you're connected with online, I really challenge everybody to reach out and build your circle and watch out. There's somebody running and playing. We embrace that. But reach out and have a talk, have a walk talk with them. It's a great way to get to know somebody. You get outside.
Or even walking meetings, right? You don't have to go.
Yes.
I get, you know, the value of happy hour, and I get the value of doing, you know, like these meetings, but why not, you know, be a proponent of change in your organization and say, hey, why don't we have a walking meeting today? What? Why don't we do that?
I love you.
So anyways, just, you know, something to think about.
Yeah,
Sure.
I had a client very recently, and she was having an issue with keeping her eating on track because they have a lot of lunch meetings, or they bring lunch in. And she goes, so I'm just not going to go to any more lunch meetings. I'm going to bring my lunch in. I go, or you're at sea level.
Yeah.
You could be the one that changes that. Yeah. And we could have a walking meeting. We can find the 20 restaurants in downtown Austin that are actually healthy. There's a ton of them. And we could choose to go there as opposed to everybody going to sleep at 3 after they just have a gut bomb that's unhealthy.
Absolutely.
So that's a little tangent. But where I was going besides the walking thing was when she told me, she goes, how long is your intake form for new clients?
Woo!
People are going to think I'm a pansy now with my 4-pager.
6 to 10 pages.
6 to 10 pages.
I have them track, you know, their food, their sleep, their poop. I send everybody an Excel spreadsheet with, you know, a picture of the Bristol chart. By the way, public service announcement. When your Funk Med doctor, nutritionist, coach asks you about your stool patterns, please don't send a picture of your actual stool.
Don't actually send,
write the number.
Don't actually send anybody ever in every. Maybe that could just be a blanket service announcement. Don't ever send people pictures of your stool.
Even if it's like perfectly number 4, it looks like a perfect Snickers bar. Just don't do it, because it's a very weird thing to receive in the middle of your afternoon while you're eating lunch. That's
amazing.
It. Moving on.
That is amazing. Okay, so on to our next question. How did you get into this business? Kind of, what was your path to get you to wellness? I know that you were a collegiate athlete. How did that all?
So it's a you know, like all of us have these paths where have you ever bowled with bumpers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and if you're the bowling ball and then you have like a little indentation, you're not going to roll like down the middle, so you just kind of like bounce around. So that's kind of my path. I've been a runner since my dad's a coach. He's been a coach for 45 plus years.
Oh wow.
And I ran track in college, go Bobcats. And then after college, I went to grad school for national studies with a focus in business. And I was an assistant track and field coach, and so I just coached my group, which is the 400-meter hurdlers. And little by little, I started spending more time on like programming and understanding the programs, and with my athletes. And then when I was away from my athletes, I would train with my athletes, and when I was away from them doing business school work, I was miserable. So, you know, after the first year, I took a semester off, and I started coaching at a baseball and softball facility in St. Marcus, and you know, just started writing programs, and I started working with the general population, and you know, started reading and studying and getting certs, and you know, more reading and just working under really amazing strength coaches, and one thing led to another, and I just never looked back. I mean, because you know, like I 100% give my soul to everything that I do, and you know, every year meeting more and more people in my industry and getting, you know, more amazing mentors and more mentors, I'm just realizing that this is what I'm supposed to do. So I don't have like a really sappy, tragic story of like, oh, I woke up one day and I hated my life. I mean, kind of. Like, I hated grad school. It wasn't my thing. I didn't want to study accounting. I wanted to study body mechanics, you know? So that's how I came to be.
I love it. So as we mentioned, we're kind of what I would say on the fringe of the wellness industry, although our fringe is getting very long and fancy right now. What do you wish wellness professionals, what conversations, because that's kind of what I really like to dive into, what conversations do you wish wellness professionals were having with their clients that maybe they're not right now?
There is a laundry list. But I guess the one thing that comes to mind as the most important one is rest and recovery. So, you know, while we're awake, we're catabolic. So it means we're, you know, breaking down cells, we're breaking down muscles, and then sleep is anabolic. So like think anabolic like gains, catabolic, sad panda. So we want to be operating in, you know, our nervous system. We got the sympathetic or the parasympathetic. Sympathetic things like fight or flight. Like if I'm about to start choking her, right? That's sympathetic, like fight or flight. That's what exercise does. So does your stressful job. So do environmental toxins, right? And so it's very hard to calm down and allow our body to digest the workouts and the life stressors. And you know, I see clients come to me with damaged, you know, metabolisms and just in general, like just damage from their everyday life, and at no point have they ever heard a conversation about sleep. Like, what is sleep hygiene, right? There's multiple books written on sleep hygiene, or in general, like, what is your environment like? Do you stare at your phone before going to bed, right? Do you unplug? Do you have a mindfulness practice? And you know, I was guilty of it too. Like, so nowadays, you know, lack of sleep is worn as a badge of honor, if you will. Oh man, I crushed this workout after like 2 hours of sleep. Well, you're an idiot. Congratulations.
Good job, dum-dum.
You just destroyed yourself yet again. And then multiply that by, you know, 6-7 days a week, and you have a pretty grim picture of, you know, what's going on with your body. And a lot of the times, you know, traditional doctors don't catch that. And here's the thing, I'm an adrenaline junkie. I love to work out. I mean, I have a coach. Most wellness professionals have coaches and mentors, okay? And we need to have somebody to pull the reins in. My coach didn't let me sweat for like the first 6 months we worked together. And I come from like somebody who's been training like repeatedly twice a day for years. So sleep, you know, get your sleep in order. 8 to 9 hours of sleep. I mean, it varies upon the individual. Have a meditation practice. Take the time to just sit, whether it's 5 or 10 minutes a day, and breathe. Nice deep belly breaths. There's, you know, great apps for that. You know, just take the time to digest the workout. Don't be so fast. Like, get in the car after your class and then drive off to the next like meeting or happy hour. Like, take a second, take a chill pill, get parasympathetic, move on with your life. Boom.
Everybody knows I agree with that as well. So I promise that I didn't just bring one point. I'll bring somebody on here that I don't agree with, but right now is that stuff. So, what do you think are 3 kind of best practices, or kind of tips or tricks or daily practices that people could, pretty much everybody could implement relatively easily, and that would have kind of the biggest bang for their buck?
Yeah. Okay, number 1, get outside, get into the sunlight. 50% of the world population is vitamin D deficient. So we have vitamin D. Vitamin D is produced in our skin. We need it to, live. And so, the epidemic that's spreading of deficient, by the way, like popping supplements, vitamin supplements, really does nothing to truly raise your levels. You have to look at, why aren't you getting sun exposure? So if you're, an office worker, you're not getting outside. If your lifestyle is just full of, work and no play, right?
Or you're just shift worker.
Yeah,
your schedule is off.
Exactly. There are global things that need to be fixed in your life, and vitamin D deficiency is just an example of that. Something on a global scale needs to change. So I would say, number one, just go outside. Go outside.
It's like 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah. So
right?
it also depends.
It depends on the sun.
So yeah, between hours 8 to 11 in the morning. You can also check. You can Google best time to go outside, but in the mornings it's between 8 and 11. And the darker your skin, your natural skin tone, the more I think between 3 and 5 times longer sun exposure you need. The lighter your skin, the less sun exposure you need. And we're layering with sunscreen and stuff, and that reduces our vitamin D absorption by 95%. If anybody wants studies on this, I've got a boatload of studies I can send you. Love research studies, but that's free.
And it's just generally, the vitamin D is great. Oxygen, amazing.
And what else do you do when you're outside?
Breathing, move.
And then we already talked about sleep and sleep hygiene, and these things are great, right? But if this is an extension and an appendage, that's when things start getting dangerous, right? So 2 hours before bed, unplug, read a thing called a book. It comes with pages. You flip through it. Has texture to it.
It smells.
It smells. Have a conversation with a human. A four-legged.
Sit in a sauna. Sit in a hot bath.
Yeah.
Stretch. Do your mobility, rolling.
And that's the other thing. Self-myofascial release. Get a foam roller.
Get a foam roller.
Everybody.
If you don't have a foam roller, that's your homework. Get a foam roller. Seriously.
Yeah, I have people coming in here's the thing. Massages are great. Nothing beats human hands. But that's expensive, right?
Yeah.
A foam roller, it's a one-time purchase. Roll it out. There are plenty of wonderful resources online. Either one of us can send you resources, right? Just go out and take care of yourself. And all of those things are, fairly painless.
Yeah. Depends on. IT man, maybe not so much for most
But
people.
and they're easy, and it's something that you can do daily, and then it just becomes a habit. And so that's what I really push with my clients, is making these small incremental changes that just becomes part of your everyday existence, right?
Yeah. Again, we both really work on actual lifestyle transformation.
Yeah.
And that does not happen in the 30-day challenge or a 7-day challenge. That happens in these small incremental changes that you slowly dole out. If you meet with a wellness professional, here's a tip. If you meet with somebody and they want to change your whole lifestyle in 1 week,
21 days!
21 days, fucking run away. Because I'll tell you, I will check in with you a year later, and none of that will have stuck. Maybe one thing, but if somebody says, we haven't actually talked about this. I have a minimum of starting with clients and working with them for 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
And so I think you have something similar. And explain why you've decided to frame your business like that.
Well, so first of all, I don't prescribe or treat anything, okay? I advise. It takes a long time for habits to stick. And so if I have somebody coming in wanting a quick fix, one, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I can help you, because I can't. I morally cannot give you a crash diet and then go to sleep at night and be like, oh yeah, they're fine. They're on a 600 calorie diet and they're dying, So maybe even an Old Testament statement, but it's everything worthwhile is worth waiting for.
Yeah.
And so if you want a quick fix, Google. Okay? If you want something to last, you have to build a relationship. You have to establish a relationship and trust with your wellness professional. You have to be willing to put in the work for it. And small changes, you have to want to do them.
Mm-hmm.
I can't force you, I try, but I can't force somebody to, eat 3 to 4 cups of vegetables every single meal. And I'm not going to do that the first time we meet. People are going to run away from me.
Yeah.
But maybe in 6 to 10 months, you're going to be doing that on your own as a result of small incremental changes. And that's what I do. I do habits-based coaching. And it's been working great for people that actually commit. Anything less than that, first of all, there's no physiological adaptations that happen in the muscle. Like, if your wedding is in 3 weeks and you reach out to me, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm gonna make you really sore for 3 weeks.
We can dehydrate the fuck out of you.
But I'm not gonna make any lasting changes.
Yeah.
And so, it takes really like years, and nobody talks about that. Nobody wants to say that.
Yeah.
Shape magazine or any other publications can get this beautiful body by doing hamstring curls for 21 days, and you're gonna have the hamstrings of a goddess. No, I'm sorry, no. And also, that's the other thing. You cannot spot train. There is no magic exercise for a six-pack. Please stop asking.
So if I do more crunches, my abs are gonna get ripped, right? No, they're not. They're not going to. I'm sorry. We can put muscle on you, but please stop. And if I just do enough tricep extension, my arm won't be flappy anymore.
Yes.
That's also not how it works. I'm sorry. It's a fucking rain on your goddamn parade.
But you will see changes long term if you keep eating your vegetables, drinking your water, sleeping. And remember, so think sleep, gains. Okay? Anabolic, building muscle. No sleep, no gains. That's really as simple as that.
Yeah, because we both see clients come in whose thyroid is turned off, whose adrenals have shut down, and all of a sudden they're looking at us going, I don't know what's happening, but I cannot, I've been so clean on my diet, I'm doing everything, and nothing is changing. And then we do testing, and what does it look like? Just absolute stress bomb. They've been calorie deficient for a significant amount of time. That's the other thing that we both agree on. You actually have to eat a lot more than you think you do, especially ladies. Please stop with the chicken breast thing. And they've been working themselves into the ground thinking that 7-day-a-week workouts is what's going to get you fit. But what you've actually done is just fucked your cortisol levels, and now your body will not change because it is freaking out. It's just anything, right? Any machinery that you overuse, any life thing. If you keep, here's a good analogy. Here's your bank account. That's your totally energy, you're given this much energy. And you keep taking energy out. So, right, that's your, fight with your spouse, significant other, your boss, you didn't get that promotion, you went and crushed a high-intensity interval training workout for. All of these things, stressors, you're worrying about, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with my kids after school? All of those are stressors. Even, clients say, oh, I'm not stressed. I'm sorry, that's bull, right? Everything stresses. Environmental toxins. And then what you put into your bank account is sleep, mindfulness, taking a walk, good nutrition. And so most of us are living on credit. And that's the sad reality. And then people wonder why they're not getting the benefits of training. Well, training is a wonderful tool, but training also takes money out of that bank account. And so if you're here's the thing, I've sent clients home before when they've shown up either on the verge of getting sick or just their heart rate is just through the roof, and I'm like, are you dying right now? What is happening? And I sent them home because I'm like, I'm not going to be responsible for you collapsing over here. Or they're about to cry because something just happened. And I'm like, this is not our time to to. So maybe we'll go for a walk.
Yeah,
or
go for a
maybe
walk,
we'll
do
go
some soft
drink
tissue
some
work.
tea, or
Yeah.
we'll just stop
Yeah.
and do mobility.
Yeah.
And that is what a responsible wellness professional will do, because our job is to do what is best for your health.
Yeah. Which
that is our goal.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's protecting you from yourself.
Yes.
So that's in essence it.
Yeah. So what's one wellness myth that you wish you could bust?
Just one.
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there could be more.
Here's one. Number on the scale does not define you. Throw away your scales. Okay.
Your food scale as well, please. Please stop weighing your food.
Just because your scale says, "Oh, I've gained 5 pounds," in a day. God, there's so much that goes into that. Let's say you had a really, really salty dinner, right? And you didn't stick to your meal plan. And then, your body's going to retain all that water. Here's your 5 pounds. Let's say your digestive tract is backed up, right? You got a lot of stuff in there that needs to come out. And people freak out so much about this number in the scale, and then they don't understand everything that goes into it. And it's just one little thing. And that's another stressor, right? It's a perpetual stressor. So not only are you freaking out and messing up my session that I'm going to be doing with you because you're stressed out of your mind, so I have to toss that workout, come up with something completely different. But you're stressing yourself out. You're putting yourself in a negative, mindset, and negative feelings and emotions have a destructive effect on you. So there's nothing. There are very few benefits, or practically none, of weighing yourself every day, unless
weighing yourself every day is crazy.
Unless you're like a competitive, bodybuilder,
which is not healthy, just so you know.
Each their own. But
yeah,
just don't do it. That's the myth. Just scales don't mean much. Please.
What other marker would you say people would use as opposed to a scale to kind of keep them, honest, accountable, on track? What other kind of methods do you like your clients to use?
So, I like pictures.
I do too.
I really like pictures. In general, like how your clothes fit. I say pick a favorite pair of pants or a dress. So I'll do progress pictures. I mean, I use calipers, right? Still not the most precise tool. There's still user error there. But pictures say a lot. But really, more than anything, how do you feel? Do you feel stronger? Do you feel good? Do you feel mobile? Is your right? It's just, how do you feel overall? And that says a lot. And if you eat good, if you've had a good night's sleep, right? Lack of sleep research has proved lack of sleep can lead to depression, and it's just a huge down spiraling effect. But if you have all those things lined up, and over time you're going to see it, right? The inflammation in your body is going to go down. You're going to start seeing slimming down. You might even see like some slimness in the face, right? So that's really fun to notice. But I would say, how do you feel? How does your clothes fit? And same thing on the opposite side. If you haven't been honest and you've been crushing pizza parties on the weekends and like your stuff's starting to feel a little tight, you might want to evaluate what you've been doing.
Yeah. So. All right, we're here for the rapid fire section of our thing. Somebody just said something's not right. Time keeps repeating for a power sync. I have no idea what that means. So hopefully everybody's not seeing that. It's working.
Yeah.
If you are seeing that, let me know, but I don't know what I'm going to do about it. We're just going to keep moving forward. So, rapid fire. What? It doesn't mean you have to answer rapidly. Everybody talk real fast. What are some of your favorite, 3-ish books, podcasts, or professionals that you love?
Okay, so this was actually, I knew you were going to ask this question. And this was so hard because there were so many. So I gotta start with my most favorite. This person's been my mentor the last couple years. He's opened my eyes to functional medicine, and like I said, I love functional anything, movement medicine. So and just in general, looking at health in a different way. Dr. Ben House.
She introduced me to him. He is the magical human.
He's a magical human.
And he lives in Costa Rica.
And he has recently moved to Costa Rica with his wonderful yogi wife, who is just outrageously wonderful. Casa Cleaver, you're incredible. So if you want to follow Ben, and he posts a lot of articles. I mean, he's on podcasts. So yeah, functionalmedicinecostarica.com.
We'll put the links of everybody that she loves in the notes too.
And so I read his stuff just nonstop, and then all of his resources. So
especially if you actually are a wellness professional, this is really who I'm focusing some of this information to. And you're interested, maybe you're doing kind of standard model of training and you're kind of interested in expanding your knowledge, I would really say, like, check out Ben House. I mean, he's
gonna blow your mind.
Blow your mind. It's really smart, well written, really cool, all science based.
And for all my dude bros out there, he is super, he's trying to save the bros. Let me tell you, he's on a mission to save the bros. So specifically, if you're a dude, definitely go check him out. And anyways, second one, I really love the book Urban Monk. So it's Eastern wisdom for a Western-minded individual. Oh, there you go. Thank you. The author is Pegram Shojai.
Yeah, something like that.
But Urban Monk, so the author goes through all of the different aspects of health, sleep hygiene, hydration, how to breathe properly, how to unplug, food sourcing. So kind of just, a 360 approach to health and how to hack it, being that, we live in this environment and that's just, certain things just aren't unattainable. Like, we're not in Tibet. We can't just go and hello on top of a mountain, right? Mm-hmm. So being that we are, urban creatures, like, how do we live the healthiest and the most mindful life possible? So that's what he focuses on. Urban Monk, super wonderful. And the last one, okay, this one is kind of like out of sort of left field, but I love it. It's called Missing Microbes. It's working again. And it's by Martin J. Blazer, and it's basically it talks about how antibiotics have fueled modern diseases and plagues. So highly recommend reading to all my expecting mamas to be.
If you have little kids.
Or little kids. Just stuff for you to think about, because how many times look through, or just think about how many times have you gone to the doctor for an earache, toothache, and they're like, here's a dose of antibiotics, I'll see you in a week, or something like that. And then we're not educated on what effects, short and long term, that it has, on our gut microbiome. And that's a huge buzzword currently in the media, but really, so the book takes you kind of through a bunch of different research and practical application and things for you to think about. It's kind of like a scary, daunting topic, but it's not talked about enough. And Martin does a great job of talking about it in this book. So highly recommend that as well.
So they say after an antibiotic round, a weak antibiotic round, even if your probiotic and prebiotic didn't get it up, it actually takes roughly a year for your gut biome to re-regulate to healthy levels. So just keep that in mind, and really, unless you really, really, really need antibiotics, which sometimes you do. I mean, thank God they're around, because there are some things that you really do need them for, but try to start weaning yourself away from shoving antibiotics and anti-inflammatory Advil popper, Tylenol popper people. Try to stop doing that as much as possible. Your body is an amazing ecosystem that will self-heal if you allow it to.
Amen. Amen.
But if you keep putting Band-Aids on stuff, you're not allowing it to be as healthy as possible.
Yep.
So, I know you're probably, like I am, really big into kind of your last 30 of the day and kind of putting some structure around that. It's getting very windowed. Hopefully y'all can hear us. It's getting crazy. What is your kind of first and last 30 of the day look like?
Like 30 minutes.
minutes of the day? Like, do you have structure around
Yes. So first 30, meditation. So I have my little corner, and I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, there are mornings when I wake up, because I have clients starting at 6 a.m. And I wake up and I'm like, okay, I gotta go. So, but most of the time I sit in my room. I have my little like meditation corner. My roommate and I actually have a little, well, it's hers, but she has a meditation pillow. One of my clients made me mala beads.
Oh, lovely.
So I kind of sometimes use these. I learned how to do a walking meditation. So really, I'll just take my first 30 minutes to set my intention for the day. Okay, like, how do I want to present myself to the world, to my clients? If I don't have time for a 30-minute meditation, I'll journal. Same thing, nice deep breaths, like write out my thoughts. And then the last 30 minutes, it varies. Sometimes I have a stack of books that's ever growing sitting on my nightstand. So I'll read, I'll write. I now started taking ukulele lessons.
I got a ukulele! Yeah! Stay tuned next time for Allison and Kristina's ukulele duo.
My teacher is absolutely amazing.
Oh my God, awesome.
So like, I try not to practice too much because I don't have a roommate anymore. But so I either practice the uke, I'll just, instead reading a book, dig into music. I have a mat and a foam roller in every single like room in my house, in my car, crevice.
Yeah.
I'll do that, but really just try to wind down. You want your time before you go to sleep to really be just about you and about like either reflecting on your day or just really just getting, again, parasympathetic and just relax. So be selfish. Be selfish with your 30 minutes.
Definitely, sure. What's your spirit animal?
Oh my gosh! Yes! So I also have a lot of those. Like, every time I find one, sometimes there are people. Okay, honestly, my spirit animal is a golden doodle.
I love it.
Happy, just floppy, loves water, loves people, loves kisses and hugs and lots of activities. So yeah,
I love it.
I'd say golden doodle.
What do you think your superpower is?
My superpower, I think I can empathize with a tree, anybody. Sometimes it's also fault. It's also my biggest downfall.
Which a lot of times that's what a superpower is.
Yeah.
It's also your Achilles heel.
Yeah, exactly. What is that Spider-Man quote? But I mean, it's true. So like, whether somebody's going through something or they're having a great day, it's like, I'm big on energies.
Mm-hmm.
So I pick up the energy of people, things, situations around me. So if the energy's fantastic, I'm like, yeah, rock star. Like, everybody's sad. I just like, can I just hug you and make life better?
Yeah.
So I think but it has helped me in my career and my friendships. So I give all of the fucks.
Yeah. What advice would you give to your 16-year-old self? We all know that girls especially struggle at kind of that adolescent age, and you kind of wish a lot of times you would have gone back and been able to say or hug that little girl.
So I had gosh. Honestly, I had a pretty rough, teens. So I was very like a confused like teenager, and like bullying was a thing, and honestly, I would go back to like shake myself and be like, you're a badass, like, you are strong, you can do things other people can't, and your greatest attribute is your personality and your strength. And I don't think like parents tell their kids that. Like, hey, you're amazing. Like, there's only one of you, right? There's only one of you, and you, and you, and you, and that's what makes you really, really, like, unique and weird. And I'm 30, I'm finally going like, yes, I am weird. Thank God I'm weird, because it would be so weird to be normal.
Yeah. My dad always said, it's better to be weird than normal and boring.
Yeah.
My dad's really weird, so I luckily got that message a lot when I was little.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. But where can the Wellness Posse find you? What's coming up next for you? What are your kind of parting words for the world?
Ooh. Well, parting words is, just be weird, be you, be different. That's what makes you so amazing and attractive and wonderful. And I think not a lot of, we teach conformity in schools and in societies and things like that. Like, my poop talks, like, nobody talks about that. Well, I do. I'm sorry. That's weird. And you can find me. So you can find me on Instagram at GetItATX. You can find me on Facebook. Same thing, GetItATX. You can follow me on personal page. Website coming soon. Yes. And my next thing, I have so many things, but I really want to get into birth fit. So I just found out about them.
I met that lady this weekend in
So
the bathroom after we talked.
there you go. Yeah. So I met these people at PaleoFacts, and I've trained several prenatal, during pregnancies, and now postnatal mamas, and I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so much fun. So I really kind of want to take not my whole business, but I want to have a branch arm of my business in the pre and postnatal strength and training.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, well, thank you. It was so nice. Love you.
Stay weird, friends.
Yeah, stay weird, friends. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Bye.